3, 2, 1, go. Masterminding habits. Oh, shoot. I was gonna do the takeover and just end the video, but now I'm like, you might as well just get, the full spectrum of Facebook, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, LinkedIn. Masterminding habits here. Student life mentoring. One child, one student, one community, one step at a time. I'm working on the intro. You have to excuse where I'm at, what I'm doing, but don't pay no mind. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for attending. Those who are watching in advance, thanks for coming. So we're about to go over some stuff, and let me go ahead and just zoom through it real quick. So, successful tips for questioning. Remember to ask who, what, where, why, when, and how. Asking these questions can take communication exchange down a variety of paths, leading through, I don't know how to say that, veritable gardens of wonderful information to when you are in a situation you don't know how or what to respond. Pull out these time-tested tools of the trade and relied upon journalists. Use the questioning how, okay? How many times have you heard someone ask question after a question before your response was complete? You know the individual is off a personal agenda. That's a fact. And not interested in your answers also. Do not ask a question just to ask a question. It can make you look foolish and take a valuable time from learning information that has real value. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, listen up. All right. That was questioning judiciously. I don't know. You guys gotta correct me if I was wrong in the comments. All right. Let's see here. Ask a question for information to make a decision. Most likely, you know the exception. The buck stops here. That should say the bus stops here. Anyway, the buck stops here. Well, when you own your own business, the buck is responsibility for the decisions is ultimately yours. Consequently, you need as much information as time and knowledge will allow to make informed decisions that prevent mistakes and optimize opportunities. Over time, you will face many decisions to whom and how to market your goods and services, equipment purchases and location choices, employee choices, etc. People often are fearful of being considered ignorant for requesting more information. Remember, it's your money that you are parting and earning, not theirs. Others cannot think of the right questions before making a major decision. I'm sure that says decision. Okay, so we could just go off of that alone. So remember to ask the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Those are very important. Those are very important, especially when you're doing business, especially and when I say business, that can mean renting an apartment from someone. That could mean getting a new job. Like, when you get a new job, I'm going to want to know who I'm working with. I'm going to want to know what I'm working with. I'm going to want to know what department I'm working in, which is the where, the why. I want to know why I'm doing this, right? When I'm doing it, when am I suspected to do it? and how I'm going to do it. How are you going to prepare me to do this job I've never done before? Especially if you go to, like, let's say you worked in Safeway, but you've never worked at Lowe's. Lowe's is a home improvement store, but it's kind of like a grocery store for contractors. You get me? It's still like a grocery store for contractors. So, or Lowe's, or let's say Home Depot, a grocery store for contractors, or like people in general that do contractual type work. So, of course, those are some really good questions. And then the use of questioning judiciously. How many times have you heard someone ask a question after a question before your response, when your response is completed? Yeah, how many times have you did that? You were talking to someone and you asked a question, and well, first they ask you a question, you answer it, and just simple. Then they ask you a question, and as you're explaining your answer, oh wait, ask another question. Yes, that would get me tiring too. That's tiring thinking about it. So yeah, I would not advise that. Those people have a personal agenda and not interested in your own answer. Also, do not ask a question just to ask a question, because it takes valuable time and you appear to look foolish. How true is that? How true is that? So, we'll go through we'll go over this. Let's see. This one right here. Oh wait, whoops. This one over here. Remember to listen to the answer. After you ask a question, remember to listen to communication partners' response. Often our tendencies is to get lost in how we are going to reply. Also, in this hectic world, drastic often sweeps us away momentarily and makes a conscious effort to stay tuned at every level. All right, for clarification. All right, the next one that one's a little confusing. You guys are gonna have to help me help me out with that one in the comments. All right. For clarification purposes, preferences the question with a statement, but not a speech. Clarification: preference the question with a statement, but not with the speech. That's a good. All right. If nothing I said today, this is the one we need to focus on today. Let's get it. Oftentimes, questions need a brief introduction to clarify your objective or the information you are seeking. In sales, especially, some people see it as an opportunity to get their foot in the door and launch into a speech that loses and or I don't know how to say that word. Futurates? I don't know how to say that word. The prospect. You will not fall into this trap if you are heading the body because of caution and rejection discussed in nonverbal messages. Dude, that's so true. I'm not going to read this one. Am I going to read this? Use why question with care. Questions can produce much value in information about the motive or cause for someone thinking or acting, but it can also raise a defense to the point of what? To the point of action, but it can also ask us to probe into personal value and a brief system to produce justifiable reasons for something. Many people consider this to be one's business. Asking why becomes a violation of their... Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's totally carried on into my personal life. That's why I get so frustrated when people ask me questions. That's a fact. No, I get that. That was an eye opener. I usually don't do promotions, but there you go. That was a definite eye-opener. Anyway, this has been brought to you by Master Money Habits. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure you do something positive in someone's life today. Like as always, you know what the deal is. Peace.